State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Arizona Cardinals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Smith. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Smith. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll go option to the short side. On 3rd down, Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Smith on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. first quarter. Can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Smith now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Into the Redskins. Have it they do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Caught on the right side. Reed. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now it's Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On second down, Rosen. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there. 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Chris Thompson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And this time Rosen will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. On 1st and 10, Smith. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19!
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exit? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Smith staying on his feet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
12.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Smith now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
2nd and 10, Smith again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it. That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense,
pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun, Smith. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Robert Nkemdiche in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona. So out now come the Cardinals. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, here we go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now a handoff. Johnson. And an alley to run. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
They'll try and run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the two-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Rosen after the pick six. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On play action, Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Johnson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 1st down, it's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Smith throwing again on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a 1st.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On first down, Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Samaje Perine, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Smith on first down. Being chased out left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Smith. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Smith. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. on second down, here's Rosen. This one complete to Gresham. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Rosen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Johnson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap for Smith. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run with Thompson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Settle down, huh? Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So here are the Redskins now, an important 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rosen looking to throw. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rosen will throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. Touchdown, Cardinals. Corey Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Back to throw. Escaping the play. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chandler Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
52. 35.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw, and Reed with it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
On the ground, this is Johnson. He spins free and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Cardinals, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
you.